Okay, so we're going to start over here with our spring morning garden tour. Those ropey things are wild grapevine, and I have to pull some more out before they choke all the rest of my plants. But this is a hosta that's coming up, and this is another variety of hosta. This one here, don't mind my toes, this one here grows a lovely big blue-green elephant ear leaves. That's a hosta that I should probably dig up. And I think the rest of these are hostas over here. And then we have this whole side here is Lily of the Valley, and that's popping up really nicely. When it comes up fully and blooms, the flowers smell just amazing. But it is a naturalizer, and it gets everywhere. These I need to take care of to clean out the rock and clean out that bed that was back there. And just kind of remove things. This here's a lilac. That's one of the lilacs. This little tree here, don't know what it is. It didn't do anything last year. It just got green leaves. Didn't do anything special, no flowers, no nothing. And here we have some lilies, daylilies, and some bluebells. Bluebells are a naturalizer. They're coming over from the neighbor's fence. I think this is a spirea, or that wild grapevine that I pulled out. This here is another variety of daylily, like I think it's a tiger lily. It's the orange one with the black. More daylilies. Those are some irises. In there, the ones with the like dark green, blue pieces on them, those are, I believe, phlox. Oh look, more wild grapevine. This here is rhubarb, and it did okay last year. Some of it got away from me, and then some of it didn't do great. And if you look back there, just right there, there's a teeny tiny little bleeding heart that's trying to come up there. I should probably move him. So this particular tree, it got leaves last year, but it never flowered or anything, and I didn't prune it this year. I'm going to give it another year and see what it does. I did prune the lilac. And if you look back there, right back there in the corner by the fence line, that is wild bamboo that's coming up. And then we have some ferns and some more bluebells that come up in this area. This here, I think, maybe supposed to be a honeysuckle. I'm not really sure. I'm also not entirely sure it's not dead. And then this here, this is the big garden. This is the big one you can see from the house. So I don't know what these piney things are, but it is a spruce family. And I raked him out really good and cleaned him up, but he's still not looking super amazing. So we'll see what he does this year. Maybe I need to replace him. Some more daylilies that look real close. Looks like the rabbits got into. We've got some monarda coming up. There's another spirea there. There's a few of them in this garden. Mostly this garden is just spireas and daylilies and phlox. There's some bee balm. We'll see if that comes up this year. Up in the front there, I'll take you around. We have some, I forget what they're called. I'll show you. And back here we have some wild violets. And a very interesting flower that I actually really like that I don't know what it's called. So I'll give you a close up there. This bed here, so this one right here, I made that after we moved in. I did that last summer. These are peonies or peonies, or however you want to say that. A couple of geese. My pile of stuff that needs to get off my lawn as soon as it stops raining. More spireas. More daylilies. Some of these daylilies are just gorgeous. And then another one of those spruce things. Yep, and I gotta get out here and dig too, because that right there, that's wild ginger, and it is a naturalizer. Oh, sorry guys. And it is spreading everywhere. Oh, we got a couple of sedums up here, and then some vining variegated grass. But this is I don't know what this kind of flower is, but it's so interesting. It gets pink and blue flowers, and it has white speckled leaves, and it blooms ridiculously early. It's very pretty. And while I know what it is, I can't think of the name, but I have this stuff that grows along everywhere. I don't remember what it's called right now, but it is very pretty. Oh, looks like I forgot a branch when I was pruning. Oh well, have to get that in the fall. This over here, so we painted this bench. This bench was left here, and it was kind of in rough shape, so the girls and I painted it, of course, bright pink last summer. And I don't think it's going to stay under the tree here, even though it looks really pretty. It's like sinking into the dirt. So I'm probably going to have to move it somewhere else. But this particular bed does not have much in it. You can see like it's got a few plants. It's got a hosta, a few ground coverings, some weeds. But like really, some tiny tree seedlings. Nothing crazy. And then over here we've got some more daylilies. So we've got some more daylilies and a stilby, and some of those might be a bleeding heart back in the corner. This area needs a little help too. Just if you see the daylilies that are growing up right next to my foundation, they're not going to survive. So at some point, maybe in the fall, I can transplant them. Over here we have some more lilies, asiatic lilies, daylilies, and there will be a clematis that grows up on that trellis. Oh look, do you see what I said about the wild ginger? It's everywhere! This bed here has an astilbe in it and a dandelion. Real precious those are. And some more, I think these are more asiatic lilies. Some daylilies. And I'm not entirely sure what these guys are. I'll have to let them grow and see, because honestly they might be a weed. Not entirely sure. But yeah, that's kind of it that I have in the backyard. This bed over here needs a lot of help. It has beautiful bleeding hearts and a stilby and some hostas in it. Yeah, here, this bleeding heart's coming up really well. They're really pretty when they start coming up. But children leave their cups everywhere. They there's no rhyme or reason how this bed is planted, so the plants just are growing one on top of another and are not getting what they need out of the soil or the amount of sunlight. So I'm probably gonna have to take care of that. But yeah, that's what I have for a garden right now. Way over there in the corner, that's my neighbor's garage, and they have daylilies back there too, so that's really nice. Talk to you guys later.